Kids Camp.
Yeah, no.
Yes, so we just in 1 minute we will be starting the today's session. Just give me a minute. Okay, now Adi Gopi Mataji will be joining. As soon as she joins, we'll start up with the prayers. Hope you're all enjoying the Ramayana camp. If yes, just comment in the comment box. So far you have completed three kandas, right? So what was which kanda was no very heart touching for you? Which one did you like most? You can just post in the comment box. Yes, Balakanda. Lavitra likes Balakanda. Very nice. What about others? Which is your favorite kanda so far? Which one did you like the most? Gautam likes Ayodhya Kanda. Wow, very nice.
Mm.
Over to you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Mataji, Hare Krishna children. Very good evening. So good to see you all. I'm sure you're all eagerly waiting for today's journey of our camp with Lord Ramachandra. Right. So before that, let's start off with the prayers. Just give me 1 minute. Yasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay, so once again, very good evening and welcome to the fourth day of our camp. And what are we going to discuss today is Kiskindha Kanda. Before that, let me have, some kind of an interaction with you all. First of all, we cannot see each other, so at least let's have some sort of a, communication through chat. Okay, I have a couple of questions for you. So let's see who's going to answer that. I'm also going to go online on my phone so I can see your comments. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, I want to know which was the first Kanda we learned. Very easy question. So let's see who's going to answer that. I think Mataji was already interacting with you all. Hare Krishna. Yes, Lavitra, you're right. Balakanda. And what was the value we learned in Balakanda? Let's see. Wow, very nice, Gautam. Miniature world. Who's miniature world? Bhagwat, Snigdha. Yes. So Balakanda. The next question is, what is the value we learned in Balakanda? Very important value we learned. What is that? Just a few minutes of recap will really help us. Okay, so you've told me the next two as well, Ayodhya and Aranya. Very good. Humbleness. Yes, absolutely. So humble and gentle wins the God's kingdom. Fantastic. Okay, wonderful. Now, second one, since you've already mentioned Ayodhya Kanda. What did we learn in Ayodhya Kanda? What were the most important points that we can implement in our lives? How to behave with elders and how it affects the society. Fantastic, Lavitra. Yes, again, respecting elders, humbleness, truthfulness. Okay. I'm waiting. Do you remember? The 4 gates of speech. Supportful. Okay. Following instructions of elders. Okay. Let others affect you. Okay. So I'm waiting for the 4 gates of speech. Let's say who's going to answer that. Just randomly, I'm going to ask you questions. 4 gates of speech. Don't bank back answer. Anybody, we should not actually. Any elders, society and the elders. Okay. Respectfulness. Okay. What are the 4 gates? Never go against the words of your elders. Okay. Yeah. So 4 gates. What are the 4 gates? Let's see if you remember. So your speech should go through the filter of these 4 gates, right? So what are they? I'll just give you 1 or 2 of it you've already mentioned, but truthful, affectionate, beneficial, non-agitating. Fantastic. Excellent. Love it. Okay, so in Aranya Kanda, we also seen, in Ayodhya Kanda, we also seen something very important, that is the interpersonal skills. So my question is physical, emotional. Okay, so what are the 3 interpersonal dealings we learned? Be brave to take up the difficult path. Okay. Yes, Ashi. Respect. Okay. Very good. Mental, verbal, and physical. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, so yesterday in Aranya Kanda, can you just tell me what were the few points that we learned in Aranya Kanda? Okay. One or two points. Yes. Verbal, physical, mental. Okay. Respect. What else did we learn? Okay, Mithanya, Balakanda. So I'm just waiting for a few points that we learned yesterday. Let's see who remembers that. Something very important related to our day-to-day activity. I mean, especially the so-called modern Shurpanaka. Working of the mind, fantastic, Lavitra. Working of the mind, yes. And what was Shurpanaka compared to? What was she compared to? Brain and the consciousness. She was not compared to that. Yes, how the internet affects. So basically, she was compared to all kinds of social media, right? Television, especially, right? And social media like Instagram, Facebook, whichever internet, basically everything that affects us. Very nice. Okay. And we learned about how the mind works. Absolutely. So conscious mind and subconscious mind. Which is the top of the iceberg, the top part of the iceberg? Yes, Gautam Krishna. TV, internet. When is video time? You have to wait. I've not yet started the story. When I start the story, then you can watch the video. So what is the top of the iceberg? Technological entertainment, mental and physical, Wi-Fi. Okay, it's internet. Tip of the iceberg is conscious mind, and the entire iceberg is actually the subconscious mind. Fantastic. Yes, this shows that all of you are listening, all of you are attentive, and all of you are interested. That's very important, right? Okay, so without much delay, let's get started with today's most adventurous, interesting Kiskindha Kanda. Okay, so as always, all our sessions are dedicated to His Divine Grace, Abhay Charanaраvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada. He is the founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, and also he is the spiritual master of all of us. Okay. So we'll offer our respects to Srila Prabhupada and we will get started. Okay. So where did we stop yesterday? You know, Mother Sita is kidnapped, Lord Rama and Lakshmana are extremely sad. So finding their way, they meet Kabandu. So these were all the, incidents that happened. And we ended where Lord Rama and Lakshmana meet Shabari in Martanda Rishi's ashrama. Okay. And from there, they head towards the Rushyamukha Parvata. Why Rushyamukha Parvata? Because they were told to meet Sugriva, who can actually help them in finding Mother Sita. Okay, so now when they were nearing Rushyamukha Parvata, what happened? Sugriva was actually sitting on top of a tree, and when he seen these two great personalities coming, he started shaking. He thought, okay, I think my brother Vali has sent somebody to again harass me and kill me. Okay, so he thought like this. He was so disturbed, as it is, a monkey's nature is being they're generally very suspicious. So he started murmuring, oh, again, he's going to do this. I'm going to get hurt, like that. And Hanuman was watching him, right? So Hanuman said, wait, who knows who they are? Let's first find out. And Sugriva thought, yeah, it's a good idea, Hanuman. Why don't you go? And please find out who these two personalities are. Are they the messengers of my brother? Are they the personalities sent by my brother to kill me? Who exactly are they? Please find out and go, disguise yourself and go meet them, and also try to praise me in front of them. So that's a easy way of identifying whether somebody is your enemy or your friend. Because if somebody praises you and they also start praising, yes, yes, I've heard about him, he's nice, that means it's a friend. And somebody becomes very jealous, envious, that means, okay, their intention is something different, right? So with this instruction taken, Hanuman, he goes and meets Rama and Lakshmana. He pays his obeisances, dandavats. I think I did mention dandavat. What means like? Danda means stick, like a stick. He falls flat on the ground, offers his respects to Lord Rama and Lord Lakshmana, and he introduces himself first. Okay, he says, my name is Hanuman. I am Sugriva's minister. Okay, and he says, how can I help you? Now, Lord Ramachandra, the moment he heard Sugriva, he becomes very happy and he shares this joy with Lakshmana. He says, Lakshmana, we took so much of trouble finding where Sugriva is, and look at how the providence has arranged that we have encountered the minister of Sugriva himself. Okay, so Rama was very happy, and here Lakshmana explains everything to Hanuman, what all happened, how they were sent to the forest, and how they went from different places to places, and how Mother Sita was kidnapped by Ravana's trick. And while saying all this, Lakshmana is crying and crying and crying profusely because it's so painful, right? And Hanuman, when he hears the story, he also becomes very, very sad. Because he's a great devotee. Devotees are very compassionate at heart. So when they hear the pain of others, automatically they also experience that pain, right? So Hanuman actually tells, don't worry, I'm sure Sugriva will help you. You know why? Because Sugriva is also sailing in the same boat. And he tells, that his brother Vali actually snatched the kingdom from Sugriva. Not only that, he's also captured his wife. His wife's name was Ruma. Okay, Sugriva's wife's name was Ruma. He said he's actually captured her as well. Okay, so then Hanuman will be very happy. He says, I'll take you to Sugriva and definitely he will be able to help you. So Hanuman asks both of them, please mount on my back. I'll carry you. And Rama and Lakshmana will wonder. See, Hanuman actually came like a rishi first, because he was asked to disguise. So he comes as a rishi and like a sadhu. Okay, and then after the conversation, when he says, come sit on my back, Rama and Lakshmana is like, can he really carry us? Then Hanuman takes his original form, and not only that, he grows big in size, and then he says, now mount on my back. So Lord Rama, Lord Lakshmana mounts on Hanuman's back, and Hanuman flies towards Rishyamukha Parvata. That is the entrance of Sugriva's cave. Okay. So at the entrance, what he does, he drops Lord Rama, Lord Lakshmana, and he says, I will just go pass on this message to Sugriva. So he goes to Sugriva and he explains who these two great personalities are and what is the purpose. Now Sugriva becomes very happy. Okay, and Sugriva actually comes himself to invite Lord Rama. The moment Lord Rama sees him, he immediately embraces him. Embraces Sugriva. It's such a wonderful exchange of affection between the two. Okay, now you might wonder, okay, it's not like Lord Rama knew Sugriva for so many years. At least when I'm sure you all have your friends, best friends. The moment you see them, maybe after your holidays, now that you're all having 2 months holidays, and when you go back to school, you're so excited to see them, right? Because you know them from so many years, maybe from LKG, baby nursery or whatever. But Rama is meeting Sugriva for the first time. Then how come, Rama is like so affectionate, automatically that affection came? Isn't it? Because I'm sure you've heard all your parents warning you, do not make friendship with strangers. It's very, very dangerous. They can mislead you. They can give you chocolate, put you to sleep, and then kidnap you. So be very, very careful. I'm sure you've heard this over and over again, and you should follow your parents' instruction. It's very, very important. If your parents tell, yes, you can make friendship with this person, then go ahead and make. Otherwise, you should always stay safe when it comes to strangers. So many bad things are happening outside, children. So you should always be very, very cautious. So when it comes to Lord Rama, how is that he's never met Sugriva? But then, see the power of hearing. Now you're all hearing about Lord Rama, right? And the affection towards Lord Rama is increasing day by day, with each day, with each kanda. I'm sure You're becoming more and more attracted and attached to this beautiful, joy of Ayodhya, isn't it? He's the joy of Ayodhya. He's the darling of Ayodhya. Likewise, even Lord Rama had heard from many great personalities. Like, of course, Kabandu was a demon, but later on he got back his celestial form. So Kabandu, Shabari, many great personalities had told him, Sugriva is going to help you. Sugriva is going to help you. So that's how Lord Rama had heard about Sugriva and had already developed that attachment. Okay, that's how he was able to, at the very first meet, embrace Sugriva. Okay, but as I told you, you please listen to your elders, stay safe, okay, and especially children online, refrain from chatting with unknown people, getting into the tricks. They might ask you, come here, I'll give you this. Please stay safe. Okay, it's very, very important. Okay, so how did Rama also decide he's a good friend? Because Rama is Supreme Lord. He's intelligence personified, his wisdom personified, right? So Rama can do the discretion, but we don't have the discretion. So let's listen to our elders. Okay, so this is how first time Lord Ramachandra meets Sugriva. Okay, now after that, what happens? Hanuman says that, okay, now that you both have, verbally they exchange, their whereabouts and other things. And Hanuman says, this particular friendship, let's actually make it official, So what he does, he actually, lights a fire and Lord Rama and Sugriva actually shakes hands, circumambulates the fire. So, I mean, in our culture, fire is a very, very important element, which is used in most of the especially the most sanctious, performances like marriage, for example, right? So we say witnesses. Somebody should witness. Now, for example, let's say you're making a promise to your friend. Tomorrow, for sure, I'll share my chapati with you. Okay, so you both are conversing, but there should be somebody who's like, hey, you told that yesterday. That's called a witness. Okay, like that. Actually, Mother Nature is the witness of everything we do. That's why I told you yesterday, you should be very conscious of what we are doing. One is the Lord inside your heart is watching. Apart from the Lord's creation, Mother Nature, like all the elements we talk about, 5 elements, earth, water, fire, air, ether, right? Everybody are watching. They're all persons. I mean, I don't want to get into too many things, but why I wanted to give you this background is so they actually kept Agni as witness and they made their friendship official. Okay, before we proceed with our story, let's see the importance of friends, who a friend is, who's not a friend. Very, very important, because of all the beautiful relationships, like sisterly relationship, motherly relationship, brotherly relationship, I think friends are very special. Why? Because they don't share our blood, but still they become such an important, integral part of our lives, isn't it? And some friends, especially the ones we meet during our childhood, they last for lifetime. Of course, through our journey of life, we might meet many friends, but I'm sure you've had, suppose, let's say you're in 7th standard or somebody's in 10th standard, or if there is an elderly person here, they will always remember my childhood friend, my school friend, my college friend, right? So friendship is such a wonderful, such a beautiful relationship we have. But whom do we choose as friend? That also we should be aware of. Why? So the Greek proverb says, show me who your friends are and I will tell all about you. That means the people with whom you spend time, the people with whom, you make friendship tells a lot about you. If they are somebody who's always into bad habits, that means somewhere at some point in time, you can also get that. So it's easy for people to tell, oh, this person, he's also into all the bad habits because most of his friends do. Right? So that's why they say, you show me your friends, I can tell all about you. That's what the Greek proverb says. It's something like this. Okay, here's an example. Now, let's say we take any iron metal. Let's say a small nail. Okay, and I'm going to keep it next to, pretty close to a magnet. We all know what a magnet is. You all play with magnets, right? So we keep it next to a magnet for, let's say, a couple of weeks or months. Now, what happens? This iron metal, okay, let's say in our example a nail, would have acquired the magnetic property of the magnet. Now you take this, you don't need a magnet after that, okay? You take this particular iron nail, bring maybe another iron nail, tuck, it, gets attached because it's got the property of the magnet. So what are we trying to tell here is the people with whom we spend the maximum time, okay, we tend to acquire. Okay, just give me 1 second. Okay, sorry for that. I think my laptop was not charged. Right? So what are we trying to learn here is the people with whom we spend the maximum time, somewhere we tend to acquire their properties, right? Their behavior, their way of speaking, everything. So remember from yesterday, I've been telling about association. I told you the story of 2 parrots, I think day before yesterday, how one parrot lived with a sage and started speaking so sweetly, just like the sage. And the other parrot living with the hunter started speaking rudely like the hunter, behaving like the hunter. So it's very important with whom we spend the maximum time. That choice should be made very wisely. It's important. Okay, so here it says, my consciousness is determined by the association I keep. I get influenced. If you constantly sit with people who always use bad words, what will happen? Somewhere you will also pick that up, isn't it? I'm sure it has happened. Your parents would have scolded you, right? Because we constantly, it keeps falling on our ears, and we've seen about how the mind works. What is the job of the subconscious mind? Just to store whatever information we feed in. And if you're feeding only negative things, only bad things, it will store. And whenever the conscious mind asks for, okay, now I'm angry, what should I use? Here, take this bad word. It will throw at you and you'll start using. Right? So that's why be very, very careful. Okay. Now we will see who is not your friend. Or I don't know if we can say there's a bad friend, because once a person is bad, you wouldn't want to continue their friendship. But who is not a friend? Okay, we're going to understand that. Before that, you tell me who is not a friend. According to you, who is that one person or people that you don't want to make friendship? Let's see you typing. I am watching the comments. So I would like to hear from you who or what kind of people would you not like to have friendship with? Let's see. Bad people? Okay. Give me a little bit more elaboration. Like what kind of people would you not want to have friends as friends? Strangers. Okay. Strangers may not be bad just because we're told don't have friendship. Okay. I'm talking about the quality. People who hate you. Okay. Bad people. Okay, Kashmi. Fake friends. Wow. Somebody who actually fake friendship. Right? But internally they might be hating you. Yes. Haters. Very good. Bad people, strangers. Okay. Gossipers. Wow. Fantastic, Lavitra. People who gossip. Fake people. People who want. Yes, people who want to harm you. Always they'll be, devising plan. How can I harm this person? Very nice. Bad people, people who backbite. Wow, you already know everything. Very nice. People who backbite you. Very, very painful. That is, when people backbite. People who mock during, okay, suppose we are not succeeding, they mock and they're very happy. They celebrate your failure. Very, very painful. Very nice. Yes. Thank you, Ashi. Bad people. People who gossip when you're not around them. Yes. Overactors. Okay, Lavitra. Fantastic. Right? So these are some of the characteristics in people which puts us off. We don't want to be friends with them. Correct? Yes. Very nice. So we are going to discuss the 7 types that you should actually stay safe from. Let's go ahead and discuss that. Okay, it's also called the seven doors of hell, because if you make friendship with this kind of people, then definitely, our life will become hell. Okay, that's why it's called seven hells, seven doors of hell. So the first type that you should avoid, children, make a note of these if you can, because we will finish the chapter today. Maybe in the next 4 days we might revise, but after that, this is something very important, because we spend most of our time outside, isn't it? 8 hours in school, you might have new people, you might meet new people, you might go to different classes. So it's very important that you make the right choice while choosing a friend. So the first one whom you should avoid, not be friends with, is one who misleads you. I'll tell you what misleads us, okay? One who keeps the friend in ignorance or leads the friend astray is not a good friend. That means there's a friend who wants to show you wrong path, who wants you to actually do wrong things, who encourages you in doing all that, who takes you astray, means who takes you away. You're going on the right path, he'll take you on the wrong path, something that can harm you. Please do not make friends with them. Okay, so even in the Bible, it said, the godly give good advice to their friends. The wicked lead them astray. Let's say, for example, you're writing an exam, okay? There's one friend who says, you know what, let's copy. Come, let's copy and pass this exam. What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to say no. Not only that, you should be the good friend and say, you should also not do it. How much ever we know, we'll write. Maybe next time we'll put in more effort, we'll study more. Okay, so this is very important. So as you can see, even the scriptures of different religions quote, means you can see how important friendship is, right? They also tell a couple of things that we should be very careful of. So the Bible says, godly give good advice to their friends, the wicked lead them astray. Such people are wicked, right? So stay safe, stay away from such people. So you might be very, very small children, but let's say we have some high school going children or college children. Actually, even nowadays, small children are also being pushed into this. So if somebody says, let's take drugs, let's try alcohol, take this tobacco, all this is good for you, you'll feel nice, please say no. Okay? It's your choice. You have the right to say no. Not only that, be a good friend and tell them, don't do it. It's not good for you. Okay, there are many wonderful things we can do on this earth. Don't go in the wrong path. Okay? Strictly say no to these things. And to a friend who is forcing you. If that friend is not ready to correct and wants to go on forcing you, say no to such friend also. Okay. So there's a crazy trend about this generation that, okay, whatever. See, there's something called trend. I'm sure you've also heard this word trend. Let's take clothes, for example. So you see somebody wearing a specific, style of dress, and that's the trend that everybody are wearing. You're like, if I'm not wearing, I'm the odd one out. So you'll start testing your mom. It could be pen. There is maybe a new combination of pen, pencil, and you want your mother to buy it because you want to be in that so-called group. Or there could be a new mobile phone. Again, you might be having a normal phone, but you see your friends carrying. So what happens? We get influenced because we want to be accepted by a certain group of people, right? So this is also called the calf path, right? So calf path, and sometimes what happens, these calves, baby cow is called a calf, okay? So they walk a certain path, and people think that, okay, this is the path. Maybe the other animals also walk like this. You can still walk straight, right? But just because somebody made those footprints, we also start following it. You can see actually here there was a calf path made, and maybe the road was actually designed. The road could have actually been made straight. So this is called just, it's called the herd mentality, just following the herd blindly. Okay, so don't follow the calf path. If you want to rebel, always rebel against your unfavorable friends. Friends who wants to take you away from your good habits, wants to put you into bad habits. Friends who wants to teach you bad things which is harmful to you. Rebel. Don't rebel against your parents, okay? All of us enjoy doing it. Your mom or dad says something, hey, you keep quiet, you don't know anything. My friend told me my friend is more intelligent. No. Your elders have lived life, they've experienced, they know what is right and wrong. So please give your ears to your elders. Okay. And they can also guide your friend also if they don't know and if they're ready to listen. Okay, so that is the first one. Who's the first person, kind of person who has got this quality you should avoid? one who misleads you. The second one, I think Lavitra already said wonderfully, one who gossips. One who gossips, it's like, somebody who would like to just pass their time. Simply they want to use you so that they can chat. Nonsense. Sometimes there'll be nothing in it. Okay. This person is not a good friend. So it's something like this, we have frogs which keep croaking. They keep making that noise for nothing. You know what actually they do? They attract the snake and they're actually inviting their death. Children, I'm having some problem with my PowerPoint. It's stuck, but yeah, just to continue the story. So basically what happens? These frogs which make noise are only inviting their death because snake loves to eat frogs, right? So if these frogs go on croaking for no reason, then obviously the snake will know, okay, some frogs are here. So like that, if we go on gossiping, which is, see, again, we've seen it. It may not be truthful, first of all. The gossip itself may not be truthful, right? The gossip, may be harmful to somebody. So if that is the case, then what happens? We are also inviting harm to us, isn't it? So we can avoid doing that. Just give me 1 second, I'll share my screen. Okay, so that is the second type of people you should avoid. One who gossips. Third type of person is one who harms you. Oh, this is very, very, very dangerous. Okay, so somebody who is ignorant, they are a fool themselves, and if you tell them also, they'll not listen. They are indulging in a lot of harmful activities. Like some examples I give you, taking drugs or drinking, smoking, and also pushing you to do it. Please say no, and they're not your good friend. So fool is somebody, the Merriam-Webster dictionary says this, a person who's lacking in judgment or prudence. They themselves cannot make the judgment. Judgment means what is right, what is wrong. Neither will they listen to you. Such person is called a fool. There's something that is said, see, actually, I think Buddha says this. No, actually, Chanakya Pandita says this. You don't have time. You don't have your whole life, so you can make all the mistakes and learn, right? Some mistakes you will make, you learn. Some mistakes, see that others are making and learn from that. Please don't wait that you make all the mistakes and learn. You don't have that much of lifespan. Okay. So yes, a fool is somebody, neither will he learn from his own mistakes, neither will he look at others' mistakes and learn. The worst part is he will not even listen to others who says that this is not right. Okay, he lacks judgment. So here's a cute story of a donkey and a jackal. Okay, so this donkey will be taken care by a farmer and it's quite happy, but then the donkey always feels that, okay, I'm not getting enough food. So what it does, it's got its friend jackal and they love to do night outs. Have you ever done night outs? Sleepovers? I'm sure you might have done in your school when you were in Montessori or maybe with your friends. I'm sure you might have done. So the night outs that they would do was they would go to a nearby farmer's field. He was growing a lot of delicious, lovely, tasty watermelons. Okay, so they would go, they would pounce on those watermelons and they would eat to their heart's content. Okay, so one night, as usual, they go to this farmer's watermelon field and they eat heartily, and the donkey is so full that it's kind of, drowsy and dizzy, and it says to the jackal, you know what I feel like? Because there's so much of joy. I ate such delicious sweet watermelons. I want to sing. Can a donkey sing? And donkey brays, right? So the moment he said, jackal said, no, it's in the middle of the night. And if you make noise, the owner of this farm will come and he'll beat both of us. But did the donkey listen? It falls under the category of a fool. So it did not listen. What did it do? No, I want to sing. You know what? I think you're jealous of me because I sing so nicely. You must be jealous of me. So the jackal said, okay, your fate, you're not going to listen. So it only said, I'll make one request. Just give me a few minutes. I'll go from here, then you sing. Okay. So the donkey waited. The jackal actually went, crossed the fence and went that side so that it's not a part of this whole drama. And then the donkey happily started not singing, braying. Right? So When the donkey started braying, that too in the middle of the night, it disturbed the owner's sleep. Not only that, the owner got the stick and he's seen that his watermelon field is, some of it ate half, some they had stamped it, and he got very angry. So he started beating this donkey, beating how? Black and blue. Nicely the donkey got. And it learned its lesson, but it was too late, isn't it? So I'm sure the farmer also will be quite cautious from the next time. Okay, these people might come, he might build more security. So the joy of eating that little watermelon is also gone. And his friend also would like to stay away from this food. So this is exactly what happens. Some people cause harm to themselves, not knowing. That's what, if they're ignorant or fool, they will cause you also harm. So you should be very, very careful. So we have learned three hell gates of hell, right? What are they? Person who misleads us will lead us to first gate. Person who gossips will lead us to the second gate. Person who harms us will lead us to the third gate. But the fourth one is one who overshadows. So overshadows means a friend will show oneself in a superior light. They will always use you so that they can show themselves superior. He's not a good friend. Something like this, you have these ducks and swans and, I mean, if I have to explain, probably the ducks are a little dark in color, so they would, the swans might look at them and they want to project and say, you know what, I'm the prettiest, right? So one thing, children, yeah, many people would want to use you. Maybe, see, not everybody is gifted with everything, isn't it? Some people might be very good in singing. Some people might be very good in art. Some people might be very good in performing skit. Some people might be very good in skit, but, studies. But we should not catch hold of them and say, see, I am better than this person. Then what happens? Usually we start feeling inferior. But here, Eleanor Roosevelt says, no one can make you feel inferior without your permission. The moment you give permission, oh yeah, actually I'm this and that means you've given permission. That's when they actually make you feel inferior. Okay, so they overshadow you, means they always discourage you. They make you lose confidence because that they enjoy doing that. Stay away from these kind of people. Now, the fifth one is one who backbites. As I told you, this is very painful. Of course, all of it is. So one who backbites. What is the meaning of backbite? Now, let's say we three are friends, okay? And I pretend to be very, so let's say there is A, B, and C. Okay, I'm seed, A, B, and C. I'm very good friends with A, only when A is with me. When A is not there, what I do, I backbite about him to B. That means I tell all the ill things. We will actually, maybe abuse that person. We might talk wrong things. We might spread rumors. We enjoy doing it. Right? So in that person's absence, we do it. It is a very, very bad quality a friend can have. Okay, they say actually, you should never speak about a person in their absence. You should not even speak about them. What to speak ill about them? You should not even speak about them in their absence. If there's any discussion to be made, we can say, okay, let that person also be there, then we'll make the discussion. That is the best way. Otherwise, you're actually a backbiter. Okay, that person is not a good friend. Now, we've seen one quote from Bible, okay, which is the holy book of Christians. Now we'll see another book from the Quran, okay, which is the holy book of Muslims. So what does it say? Don't backbite one another. Really, do you enjoy eating the flesh of your own dead brother? Because see, we are all somewhere connected. Why? Because we are all children of God. So whatever you're doing to one person, it's like it's like a hawk, a vulture, which likes to, feast on a dead thing. So that's the example they're giving. Do you really enjoy eating flesh? Because it's very painful, when that person gets to me. Okay, it's like this, when people do backbiting, it's as irritating as this cricket. Give me 1 minute. I'll play the sound of cricket and you'll see how annoying it is if it is too continuous. Okay, just a second. I'm sure you've heard cricket, middle of the night, if you've gone on trekking, right? So if you've gone on some kind of a safari, I'm sure you've heard, but let me make you hear again. Just a second. Okay, just let me know if you can hear this. Okay, quite annoying, isn't it? It's quite annoying, right? And if you have to hear it like, oh, this is how it is when you gossip or when you backbite, this is quite annoying. Okay, let's continue. Okay, just a second. My slide is stuck. Sorry about that. Just a second. All right, so let's continue. So one who backbites was the fifth gate of hell that this kind of person would take me to. Now, one who bullies, nowadays it's become so common. Bullying is affecting so many people mentally, emotionally. We've also heard many stories, right? So one who bullies the friend is not a good friend. Hey, you have to do what I tell you to do. Otherwise, I'm going to slap you. They start kicking you, they get physical with you, right? No, don't give in to bullying in any form. It could be teasing you, it could be giving you, like threats. Every day you have to bring 10 rupees for me. Otherwise, I'm going to hurt you, right? Or gossiping, mean words. Somebody keeps on using mean words. Somebody keeps on bossing over you, right? Hitting you, kicking you, pushing, stealing from you, calling you names. See, there's a difference, maybe sometimes you're
Recording in progress.
sometimes your close friend might be kind of teasing you, right? That's different. That's just for fun and it should be very light. But if somebody is name calling you, which could also be like very hurtful, maybe it's related to your parents, things like that, right? Damaging your property, just gives a damn about any of your belongings, right? So all these do not encourage. Okay, so it might be that the bully might be very strong, but so here you can see there's a cute little ant. It's so weak, and our fingers, of course, even one finger of ours has so much strength, but still the endeavor, right? The effort, the strength with which it's pushing, we can also give a small sting, and we're like, okay. So don't give up. You might have strong bullies, but still stand up for yourself. Take help if required. Come and tell your parents that you're being bullied. Please don't keep it to yourself. I hear from many of my students also, like how they bullied. They were hesitant to share it with, their own parents or teachers, maybe because of a lot of reasons. They were maybe judged or whatever. But please, children, say no to bullying. This is not right because, as I told you, the impact lasts for a very long time. Even when you grow up, it leaves a very bad impact on you. So seek help is all I'm trying to say. You might trust your mother, trust your father. You might have a brother, sister, somebody go and confront and tell them, I'm going through this, I need help. Okay, don't let it continue. It's very important. And the last one is somebody who betrays you. I think we go through this a lot. So what is betrayal? Somebody will gain your trust. Okay, that's why your parents say be very careful because especially these thieves, kidnappers are very good in doing it. They will somehow gain your trust. They'll become very friendly with you and then they will cheat you. How? They will just kidnap you. Okay, but apart from that, it could also be a known friend who might be betraying our confidence. Let's say you go and share some secret with your friend and say, please don't tell to anybody. But they will go around, trumpeting it to everybody. I'm just giving you an example. So if somebody invests trust in you, please do not betray that. Likewise, you also be very careful with whom you're investing your trust in. So our great Acharya Srila Prabhupada says, one who betrays the confidence of a living entity who takes shelter of him in good faith, whether that living entity be a human being or an animal, okay, is extremely sinful. If somebody has, confided something in you, they've invested their trust in you, they've actually, have good faith in you, do not ditch such people because it's very sinful, it's punishable. Okay, by the laws of nature, I'm talking about. Maybe the people don't bother, but by the laws of nature, yes. So yeah, let's be careful. So there's an example of, I don't know how many of you know this story. Judas, right? So Judas, I'm sure you all have heard of Lord Jesus Christ, right? So Judas was one of his 12 very intimate disciples. And for some reason, he became greedy. Okay. So there were like a group of, chief of priests, we can say. They actually bribed him, telling that we will give you 30 pieces of silver. Okay, just let us know who is Jesus Christ. We want to know who he is. Right? So he gets carried away by that, just for the 30 pieces of silver. He actually, makes them identify who Jesus is by giving a kiss on his cheek. It's called the kiss of Judas. Right? And after that, it follows the crucifixion and all that, and how Jesus, gets punished, how Jesus Christ leaves his body and all that. So it follows a lot of events. So this was betrayal, right? So he took Jesus, he arranged for maybe a dinner and all that, and he gained the confidence, but back of his mind, what was he actually planning was betrayal, right? So it is very, very painful. Okay, so choose your friends wisely. Very important. Okay, so these are it's called the 7 sins of friendship also. Okay, 7 sins of friendship. All right. So coming back to our Ramayana. So what happened? Friendship was accepted verbally, and as I told you, Hanuman wanted to make it official. So with Agni Deva and Agni Devasm, they just, had fire in between, and they shook hands, they hugged each other, and they made it official. Okay. Now, Rama said, I've heard about your story, a little bit from Hanuman, but I would like to know, why is it that Wali captured your kingdom and he's kept your wife with him? Can you just give me a little bit of background? Okay. And, Sugriva starts telling the story. So he says, after our father passed away, since Wali was his elder brother, we've always seen that, right? The elder son gets to become the king. So he became the king of Kiskindha, and he was ruling the dynasty very happily. So what happened? There was a demon called Mayavi. Okay, he was a son of Maya Danava. So he had actually built some kind of an enmity with Wali for some reason. Okay, and he challenged him to fight. Now, the moment he challenged, even though Sugriva stopped him, don't waste your energy, but Wali wouldn't tolerate. If somebody would challenge him, he would take it up very seriously. So he started chasing this Mayavi, and Sugriva also followed. So when this Mayavi seen, oh, both the brothers, they're very powerful, they're chasing me, he got scared and he went to hide into a cave. Okay, it was a very long, very big cave. So he went in. Now, what Wali did was, Wali told Sugriva, you don't come in, you just stay here near the entrance of the cave and just guard, because if the demon takes some other route and comes out, you can kill him. If he is inside, I will kill him. That was the understanding. And like this, what happened when Wali went inside, it was, that the time just passed, and almost for 1 year, Wali never came out. Okay, now Sugriva was worried. It's been so long, what happened to my brother? And in the meantime, what happened? All of a sudden, there was a pool of blood that flowed out of the cave. And when the blood flowed, Sugriva could hear some, some roars and this thing, the sounds of the Rakshasas from inside the cave, but nothing he heard about Wali. So he thought, oh, I think my brother was killed. There was not just one demon. Maybe there were many demons. They attacked my brother. They killed him. So what I should do now? They shouldn't come out again, because now, without my brother, as of now, the kingdom is without a king. So I should protect it. So what did he do? Took a big boulder, big stone, and he covered the entrance of the cave. Okay. And then very sadly, he headed back to his, to the kingdom. Now, when he went back, the ministers and all got to know, okay, Wali is no more, because he thought that Wali is dead, right? So they decided, okay, Wali is no more, but somebody should take over the throne. We discussed this even on day one. That's why Dasharath Maharaj, when he started getting bad omens, what did he decide? Okay, something might happen to me. I should immediately represent the next king, present him to the citizens so that they're accepted before anything happens to me. Likewise, whenever there is no king in the kingdom, they would never leave the throne, empty or unattended. So they said, okay, after him it is you, Sugriva. So please, you become the king. And they coronated Sugriva, and Sugriva started ruling very nicely. He started taking care of Kiskindha. After a few days, a few months, what happened? Vali actually came to Kiskindha. And they were all surprised to see that Vali was alive. In fact, Sugriva was very happy. He went and, he paid his respects. And he told, my dear brother, I'm very happy you're back. Please take back your crown. But Vali was very, very angry. He was raging. He said, you deliberately did it. You wanted me to die. That's why you closed the stone. So no amount of explanation could heat, Vali's decision. And he started kicking and throwing Sugriva. He wanted him to be thrown out of Kiskindha. And what he did, he captured Sugriva's wife. Now, one thing I would like to mention here, Vali is very, very powerful. Okay, extremely powerful. Now, if you remember, Lord Brahma, he went and told all the Devatas when Lord Ramachandra was taking birth, when Lord Vishnu was incarnating as Lord Rama, he told, I want all the Devatas to go and be born in the clan of monkeys, isn't it? So actually, Vali was the son of Indra and Sugriva was the son of Surya Deva. Okay. Also, Vali was gifted with a golden pendant by his father, Indradev, which made him extremely powerful, especially when he's, battling with somebody or fighting with somebody, his strength would actually increase. So he had this, that's why it was very difficult to defeat Vali. Okay. So Sugriva, when he started kicking and hitting him, he just left Kiskindha and he went running in search of a safe place. Okay, so he went literally all around the earth searching for which is the safest place. Okay, because wherever he would go, Vali would come and beat him up. Okay, finally, Hanumanta mentioned that, okay, there is a place called Rishyamukha Parvata, okay, Rishyamukha mountain, where Vali will not enter. So why don't you take shelter there? Now, why is it that Vali cannot enter there? I'll give you a little bit of background. Okay, once there was a very ferocious demon called Dundubi. Okay, he took the form of a wild buffalo and he started, because he was, these demons are like that. They have so much of power. Sometimes they don't know what to do. They want to do a lot of destruction. So he goes and he challenges the ocean that come fight with me. So the ocean god appears and says, no, I'm not of any equal in power to you. Why don't you go to the Himalayas and ask? So it goes and asks Himalayan mountain and it says, no, I give shelter to Rishis and Munis and this is a very nice calm place for them. So, I don't want any kind of a disturbance here. Why don't you go and fight with Vali? He's very powerful. He will match your power. Okay, saying so, this mountain actually guides him towards Vali. Now this Dundubi comes and he challenges Vali. Okay. And again, when they try to stop, Vali says, whoever challenges me, I'm not going to keep quiet. I have to fight with them. Okay. Now this Dundubi and Vali has big, very, very ferocious battle between them, and hitting and kicking. And actually Vali holds the horns of the buffalo and twirls it around. Finally, the Rakshasa actually loses. So what does Vali do? He, when he punches and it's bleeding, he swirls it around and throws it 4 miles away. Now, when he's going flying, literally every hole of his body is bleeding. That is how badly Vali had, nicely punched this demon. So when Dundubi was passing by like this, when he was thrown, he passed by the ashrama of Matanga Rishi. Okay, Matanga Rishi was sitting there, and this Dundubi's drop of blood fell on the ground of Matanga Rishi, and this angered Matanga Rishi a lot. He asked who has done this. When he got to know that okay, it was Vali who threw, and he said this is such a stupid act. And Matanga Rishi gets very angry and he curses. You know what he says? If at all Vali comes anywhere in the surrounding of my ashram, 4 miles anywhere in the surrounding of my ashram, he will die immediately. Not only that, he also curses that if any of his ministers come in this 4 miles, they will become statue for thousands of years. You all play, no? Statue game. Okay, so they'll become statues for thousands of years. Okay, so that is why Pali goes and tries to console him, but no, the Rishi will not take back his curse. Of course, it was not possible also those days. Curse given, they had to find some other alternative to it, but Matanga Rishi was very angry. So Vali was very scared. He would never enter that vicinity, means surrounding of 4 miles of Matanga Rishi. He would always stay away. Okay, so that's why Hanuman comes and tells him that Rishyamukha Parvat is the safe place for you. Vali will not come there. Come, we will take shelter. Okay, so once Hanuman informs him, Sugriva is also very happy and he takes shelter in that mountain. So actually, children, if you have ever gone, even today, if you go to Kiskindha and Rishyamukha is very close. So you might wonder, I mean, now that you know the story, you'll understand. Like, Kiskindha is where actually Vali was. Why didn't he just come and kill Sugriva? It's so easy, but no. Even though it was very close, the Rishyamukha was actually under the protection of Matanga Rishi's boon for Sugriva, curse for Vali. Okay, that's why he never dared to attack him. Okay, so when he hears this, then Lord Rama says he was very wrong. Vali was very wrong in what he did. At least he could have heard your part of the story, and on top of it, he's kept your wife. That is very, very wrong. So Rama tells him, don't worry. I have given you the word. I'm going to kill Vali. So what you do is, you take up the challenge. You go and challenge him. Call Vali for a fight. Call him out and start fighting. In the meantime, Lakshmana and I, we will be, behind and we will kill him. Don't worry about it. Now, Sugriva says, okay, I'll do as you say. Okay, but before that, somewhere Sugriva is a little scared because Sugriva has seen the power of his brother. So he'll be wondering, okay, before I do what Rama says, is he equal in power to my brother? So for that, he starts, he actually doubts Lord Rama's strength and he asks, he starts telling about his brother. Before I do this, my lord, I would like to tell you something about my brother. So he says, when Vali killed Dundubi, we know that story, right? I just mentioned, he said when he threw, it was 4 miles away. My God, that is too much. And he also says, actually, Vali took 7 arrows. So in Kiskindha, there are like trees which are standing in rows. Like how you stand in a line for your prayer, like that, there are 7 trees. And he said with 7 arrows, he slit those trees. They just opened into half. He slit those trees with 7 arrows. That powerful he is. So we will ask Rama, if you could at least do any one of these. Like I'm going to tell you, this Dundubi, when he died, his bones and all were still lying there. So he says, if you can at least kick this Dundubi's bones, at least to a distance of 200 bows. So maybe, each bow is like, let's take a certain distance. Probably he's asking at least half a kilometer far. If you can just kick, maybe I will accept. Okay, so Lakshmana actually laughs. He says, you're doubting Lord Rama. Fine, okay, you can see yourself. And what Lord Rama does, he say, okay, then, and he takes his big toe, he kicks the bones of Dundubi. Okay, and it goes 80. He asked for 4 miles. It goes 80 miles far, right? And when he looks at Sugriva says, you know what? This was very easy for you because when my brother threw Dundubi, he was not just bones, right? He had flesh and fat, everything. So it was difficult. For you, it was very easy. This did not convince me like that. Okay, so then Lord Rama, what he does, he takes one bow from his quiver. Okay, he lifts it and he releases that powerful arrow. Now, what this one powerful arrow does, it passes through all 7 trees and splits it. Not only that, it goes to the bottom of the earth, the last part of the earth, the bottom of the earth, comes back after some time and goes and sits in his quiver. Isn't that amazing? What did actually Vali do? 7 arrows, 7 trees he slit. But Rama, just one arrow, not only did it slit, it went to the middle of the earth, came back and sat on his. Sugriva was amazed. He's like, my God, it's unbelievable. Rama, now I understand, you're supreme and your power and your strength is, unmatchable. Okay, so he gets the confidence and then he says, okay, now I'll go and challenge Vali because he knows that Rama is more powerful than Vali. So what he does, he goes to Kiskindha entrance and he starts calling, hey Vali, come fight with me. And as I told you, anybody challenges Vali, Vali cannot tolerate it. He becomes enraged and he just comes running out to attack Sugriva. He says, how dare you? Okay, and then, they start having a fight. But Vali always, as I told you, is more powerful. So he starts beating Sugriva, black and blue. And here Sugriva is watching. Why is Lord Rama not doing anything? Lord Rama is not attacking Vali. Okay, then when he's almost about to die, about to faint, what does Sugriva do? He gives up and he starts running away. Vali chases him. Where are you going? Come here. And then he laughs. Go, coward, run away. Okay, so Sugriva runs to the Rishyamukha Parvata and he goes and falls there and Lord Rama, Lakshmana, Hanumanta comes over there. Now, first thing Sugriva asks is, my dear Lord Rama, if you didn't wanted to kill my brother, why did you ask me to challenge him at the first place? Okay, and Rama says, wait, I'll tell you. You both look so much alike. They look like, you've seen, twin brothers, twin sisters. They look so much alike. Same eyes, same nose, same bodily feature. So he said, I was getting a little confused. So I didn't want it because Rama's arrows are very powerful, right? He said, I didn't want it to hurt you. That's why I could not. So he says, do one thing. Go tomorrow again and challenge him. But this time, help me identify who you are. Otherwise, I'll be hurting you. So he says Sugriva to wear one garland. Now, you all might be wondering, garland, flower garland, the way they both fight, Vali can just break that garland. The garland, the flowers might fall on the ground. But this was a very, very powerful garland that Sugriva wore. And the next day, as instructed by Lord Ramachandra, he goes to Kiskindha and start calling out for Vali again challenging. Vali is like, what audacity this person has to come and challenge me. Yesterday only he got beaten black and blue. I will not spare him. But this time when he's going, okay, what happens is his wife, Vali's wife is Tara. Tara stops him. She says, hold on, think for a little while, my dear, because Sugriva came and challenged you yesterday and he got beaten up. Still, he is having the bravery to come again and challenge you. That means there is something about it. And she says, their son will be Angada. Okay, Vali's son's name is Angada. She said, through Angada, I got to know that these two great personalities, Lord Rama and Lord Lakshmana, they've actually befriended Sugriva. Okay, so I think on their strength, Sugriva is coming and challenging you. So please be very careful. But then Vali does not pay heed. Like sometimes, when we have to go get hurt, then we usually don't listen to the good words of our near and dear ones. Okay, so, but one thing he says, don't worry, Sugriva is who I have enmity with. Lord Rama is a very virtuous person. He will not kill me. I have not done anything to them. Why will he actually kill me? In fact, his father fought on our behalf. Remember, Dasharatha Muni fights against one demon for the Devata. He says, my father is Indra. Dasharatha Muni fought against. So what enmity I have and that too? But Rama is a very righteous person. He follows dharma, so he will not do anything. So assuring, saying so, what he does, Vali, he goes and challenges Sugriva. And then the fight starts. And at one point, when Sugriva is becoming tired, he just signals Rama that I cannot, do something. And what Lord Ramachandra does, he will be actually behind a tree. Okay. And he just leaves one of his powerful arrows. This arrow goes through and through, straight into the chest of Vali, and Vali falls down. He's not dead. Okay, he falls down, and when he looks to see who hit him, he's surprised that it is Lord Ramachandra. Okay, and he asks Ramachandra, he says, I thought you're a very virtuous, dharma following person, and you're acting like a demon. How did you even attack me from behind? He starts questioning him. How did you do this? What enmity did I have with you that you had to do this? Okay, so when he asks, Lord Ramachandra gives 3 reasons why he killed him like this. So actually, Vali asks, if you want, you could have come straight in front of me. I would have actually fought with you. By now, you will be lying dead, not me. Like this, with a lot of pride and accusing Lord Ramachandra, he speaks without any control on his tongue. Sometimes even, students do this to teachers. You all do it to your parents also sometimes, right? You just start attacking them. You're this, you did this, right? Many of us who are, we start doing it to our superiors also, not knowing the reality, not knowing about what their intent was. Like that, Vali is also accusing Lord Ramachandra. And Lord Rama tells, I'll tell you, wait. So he gives 3 reasons. First thing he says is, this entire earth is ruled by Ikshvaku dynasty. And I am one of the princes. As of now, he's still not the king of Ikshvaku dynasty. So we have that power to either punish or reward, be it any human being or animal. We have that power. That means we can take the discretion whether this person should be punished or rewarded. I come in the same dynasty, so I have that right. Okay, that is the first reason he gives. Second reason he gives is, look at what you have done. You're blaming me. Anyone who misbehaves with their brother's wife, with their daughters-in-law, sister, anybody who misbehaves with these women, they immediately should be punished. If they don't punish, even the king becomes very sinful. Right? So Lord Rama says, what did you do with your brother's wife? Is that right? So you deserve to die. Okay. And third reason, Lord Ramachandra says, when he says, why didn't you come in front of me and attack me if you wanted? But Ramachandra says, I'm a Kshatriya. And we Kshatriya go hunting. Right? So we can actually pull our arrow and just attack an animal from wherever we want, because that is hunting for us. And you're just an animal. See, just because you're a monkey, I'm not saying you've behaved like an animal. Because you ill-treated your brother, you ill-treated your brother's wife, so you're an animal. So that is why what I've done is correct. Then Vali realizes all his mistakes. Okay, he begs forgiveness from his brother Sugriva for what he has done, and he begs forgiveness from Lord Ramachandra, and he requests Rama that now that I'm dying, please don't desert my son Angada. Please take care of him. Right? He also requests Sugriva to take care of his son Angada. And Tara, his wife, she comes running. She hugs her husband. It's again very painful. She's crying. I told you not to go. Right? She's crying, and Hanuman tries to pacify her. Okay? And then after this, they decide that Sugriva should be made the king of Kiskindha. Now Hanuman invites Lord Rama. Ramachandra, please come. Let's go and coronate Sugriva. You know what beautiful words Rama says? He says, see, my exile period is in the forest. I cannot enter any city. Okay, because it's been 13 years. This is the last year of exile. Still Ramachandra. This is called promise made, promise kept, right? So it's so important that we should never go against our words, whether it's given 1 day ago, 1 month ago, 1 year ago. We should always be cautious that we don't go against our words. That's how, again, Lord Ramachandra is teaching all this for who? He need not do anything, right? He's teaching all this for us. Okay, so he says, my period of exile is in the forest, so I cannot come to the city. You all continue. You all coronate him. And he also says, well, now that, my promise to Sugriva is fulfilled, next it is his turn. He should help me find Mother Sita. But there's Chaturmasya. These 4 months is actually monsoon. It will be raining very heavily. So it is not safe for us also to go in search of Mother Sita. It will be very difficult. So you all stay in the city these 4 months. Lakshmana and I, we will stay in one of the caves in the mountain. And after 4 months, we will set out for in search of Mother Sita. Okay, so like this, there what happens, Sugriva becomes the king, and Sugriva is so engrossed in his own joy and happiness because he's now the king, that he forgets that these 4 months have passed and autumn has set in. So the rains have stopped, the grounds are dry, now is the right time, we have to actually build an army, but he would have forgotten about that. Okay, and Lakshmana once comes, he's so angry, he comes to remind Sugriva, and even Tara reminds him. Then Sugriva makes an arrangement. Okay, he calls for 10 million monkeys. Okay, he calls for 10 million monkeys from all over the world to come and report to him within 15 days. Right? So, and the monkeys, otherwise he says, if they don't report to me, then I'm going to kill them. Tell them that their death is near. Right? So all the monkeys come and they present themselves in front of Sugriva. Sugriva goes and first begs forgiveness from Lord Ramachandra that he had forgotten about his promise. Not intentionally, because he was so engrossed in his own world. That's what happens, right? See, when this is something very important. If you have taken favor from somebody, that's why we say a friend in need is a friend indeed. Right? So we should always return that favor. How can I return this favor to this person? Do not forget what they've done to you. This is called gratitude. If there is no gratitude in our hearts, it's as good as we are dead. So gratitude is very, very important. Okay. So Sugriva says, my Lord Rama, I've not forgotten what you have done to me, and I'm all set now. Look at these monkeys, they all come and report, and they're ready. Now our army is ready. He says there are thousands and thousands of Rakshasas. So I could not have done anything on my own. So I wanted the help of these army of monkeys. Now we are all ready. And Rama is very happy. Again, Rama hugs Sugriva. Okay. And he thanks him for all the arrangement. Now the next thing Sugriva does is he has to set out the search party, because see, one more important thing I forgot to mention is when Lord Ramachandra comes and meets Sugriva the first time and they exchange what had happened to their wives. Actually, Sugriva says, I have seen, when I was sitting on a mountain top, I seen there was a big Pushpaka Vimana and one hideous Rakshasa was carrying a woman and she was screaming and crying, Rama, Rama, help me, right? And what she did was she threw that. Do you remember? Yesterday I mentioned how Mother Sita, when she got to know Jatayu is also dead, I have no other hope. She just tears her garment, puts her ornaments and throws. This is very important, right? So now when Rama meets, actually Sugriva hands that over to Rama, Lord Ramachandra. When Lord Ramachandra opens that, he's crying and crying because again he feels that separation from Mother Sita. He goes and asks Lakshmana, can you recognize this cloth? Is Mother Sita's. Do you see these earrings? Do you see these bangles? Lakshmana says only one thing. My lord, I'm sorry, I cannot recognize anything. I can only recognize her anklets. Because Lakshmana says, I've never looked at Mother Sita above her ankles. That's his respect for Mother Sita. A sister-in-law is said to be equal to a mother. We should give the same respect that we give to a mother. That's exactly what, again, Lakshmana is teaching all of us. Right? So, with all due respect, I have not seen her above her ankles. So, I can definitely recognize her anklets because every morning he would get up and touch Mother Sita's. Okay? So, like this, Sugriva actually hands over the belongings of Mother Sita to Lord Ramachandra. I wanted to mention this to you. Now, coming back here, now the millions and millions of monkeys are ready. And Sugriva says, I have never seen this Ravana. I don't know much about him. I don't know where he resides. So, how do we find Sita? So, what he does, he makes 4 different parties. How many directions are there? North, south, east, west. Right? So we have to go in all 4 directions to find this demon. So he makes 4 parties. So there's one monkey called Vinda. Okay. So Vinda is the leader, and their team, their party goes to the eastern region. Okay, and Angada. Okay, then Sushena and his party is sent to the western region. Now Shatabali and his party is sent to the northern region. And Angada, Nala, Neela, Jambavanta, Hanumanta, they're all sent to the southern region. Okay, so like this, all directions they have to go and search because nobody knows the whereabouts of Ravana. Okay, so and when he's sending, Sugriva gives a very strict instruction. I'll give you only 1 month's time. You have to come back and report to me about Mother Sita. Now, these people who had gone to east, west, north, they come back within 1 month, sad and very, very depressed, telling we could not find Mother Sita anywhere. They'll search everywhere, they could not find Mother Sita. Okay, but actually, as you can see here, oh, sorry, this is where Lord Ramachandra kills Vali. Yes. So when the teams were setting out into different directions, actually Sugriva and many others say we have all hopes on Hanuman. I'm 100% sure Hanuman is going to search for Mother Sita. And Lord Ramachandra also knows that. So what Lord Ramachandra says is, wait, Hanuman, Sita, we don't know whether she's alive, she's dead, what the Rakshasa has done. If she's alive, she'll be in a lot of fear. So whoever goes in front, she will be thinking this could be another Rakshasa, excuse me, right? So what Lord Ramachandra does is, he gives his ring to Hanumanta. Okay, he says, see, my name is inscribed. So inside, Lord Rama's name is there. So he says, you give this to Mother Sita so that she knows you're my friend and you're not some other Rakshasa who's trying to trouble her. Okay, so he actually hands it over to Hanumanta. So as we can see here, right? Now, as I told you, so the three parties comes back very sad, but then the team that went, so actually Angada was the leader of this team. Okay, so they go amid so many forests, climbing so many mountains. They're trying their way out in search of Mother Sita. Is she here? Is she there? So they actually encounter one particular demon, and Angada goes and kills him, thinking he's only Ravana. Then again, they find Sita is nowhere, and they say, oh, this is not Ravana again. Where do we find? Right? They go through so many caves, and one particular cave they come. By this time, what has happened? The monkeys are very hungry. Right? They're very thirsty. So they come to one cave where they see one, like a lady who's dressed up like a rishi and in her meditation. Her name is Swayam Prabha. Okay. So when she asks, Hanuman tells what their mission is. This is Lord Rama's mission. So she offers them hospitality. That is, she gives them something nice to eat. She gives them water. She gives them a nice place, right, to sit. And then she says, whoever enters this cave, they cannot actually go out. But since you're all in the mission of Lord Ramachandra, I will somehow make arrangements. So she'll ask them to close their eyes. And when they open, they're transported to the southern edge of, the southern part of India. Okay, so that is the Mahendra Hill. That's where the Mahendra Hill is. Right, so when they go there, now again they're disappointed. You know why? First they were like little disappointed, then thought, okay, we will go searching. And when they come and see the ocean in front of them, it is vast. They're like, who's going to cross this? How are we going to go to the other side of the country? What are we going to do? Right? Then Angada asks, who can cross this? Nobody can answer. Now Angada goes to each one and asks, how much can you cross? So this the ocean that is right in front of them is 100 yojanas. Okay. So some says, okay, I can cross 10. Some says I can cross 20, 30, 40, like this. Okay. And when it comes to Jambavan, Jambavan is actually the king of bears. Okay. You can see him here. I think this is Jambavan. Is that also a monkey? Okay. Jambavan's photo is not here. So Jambavan says, when I was in my youth, yes, I was extremely powerful. So actually what happens when Vamana Deva, we know, right? One of the avatars of Lord Vishnu is Vamana. He comes like a dwarf Brahmana, asking for 3 steps of land from King Bali. Okay, because Bali actually was a demon who comes in the line of Prahlad. So Devatas go and request him. So whenever Devatas request, Lord Vishnu says, okay, I will help you get rid of these demons, right? That is what Lord Vishnu does. So he goes and asks for three steps of land, and after that he grows huge and he occupies, sky, earth, and then he asks, where should I keep the third one? And Bali says, you can keep it here. Well, that's another story. So when Vamana took this huge form, Jambavan circumambulated. That means circumambulation means pradakshina. We do know when we go to the temple, we go around. So he did that 21 times. That means he went around the world 21 times because Lord had occupied everything. So if he had to pay respects, he went around 21 times. So he said, I was that powerful, but my dear, I've gone old now. Maybe I can cross 90 yojanas, but not beyond that. Then Angada himself, the leader, says, you know what? I can cross 100 yojanas. 100 plus you have to come back. So that's 200. So he says, I can go 100, but I cannot come back, I think. My capacity is only 100. Now everybody are like this, discussing what do we do and all that. In the meantime, like Angada becomes a little depressed. Okay, what do we do before they actually, decide what to do? Angada starts saying, this all happened because of Kaikeyi. She became the cause of death of Dasharatha. She sent Rama to, exiled. Now, because of her, Sita is kidnapped. Because of her, Jatayu died. So there is this vulture who is, on the mountain top. Actually, when he comes out, his name is Sampati. Okay. So when he sees these lots of monkeys around, he'll be very happy. Oh, I was so hungry. I'm going to feast today. So many monkeys are there. So he wanted to actually eat them. So when he was actually coming slowly, he hears the name Jatayu. You know who Sampati is? Jatayu's younger brother. Okay, sorry, elder brother. So Sampati, when he hears that, Jatayu is dead, he becomes very sad. And he introduces himself to Angada and he says, I am Jatayu's brother. And can you tell me a little bit more about him? But please bring me down the mountain. So actually what would have happened is he would have lost one of the wings. Okay, so they ask him, how did you lose? So there's a story behind it. Once Jatayu and Sampati, brothers do all this, right? Okay, who can climb up fast? I'm sure you all also do that, right? Who can climb this rock fast? Who can climb these steps fast? Like that, even they were brothers. So they wanted to exhibit their power. So what they were doing, they wanted to fly higher and higher and higher like this. They went so close to the sun that Jatayu's wings started burning. So Sampati wanted to protect him. So he protected him with his wings and that got burnt and he fell down. Okay, but it was later told by one of the rishis that don't worry, when you help in Rama's mission, then your wings will grow, your youth will come back. Okay, so as Sampati tells, about don't worry, if you cross this ocean, don't have any doubt because Lanka is on the other side after 100 yojanas. And I see vultures have a very sharp eyesight, extremely sharp eyesight. So he's telling, I can actually see the other side. I can see that Mother Sita is there. She's sitting there. So you will find her. The moment he starts telling this, his wings starts growing. Okay, and then finally he gets back his youth and he thanks them. They also, pay their respects and Sampati flies away. Okay, so now they are again joyful. Yes, that means even if we cross 100 yojanas, Mother Sita is there. But who is going to cross now? 10, 20, 30, maximum 100 cannot come back. So then they all look at Hanuman. They say, Hanuman, you are our only hope. Right? Hanumanta is extremely powerful, right? You all love Hanuman. I'm sure a lot of you love Hanuman, right? He's the sweetest, cutest devotee of Lord Ramachandra, right? So even though when people were, telling how many yojanas they could cross and all that, Hanuman was just sitting quite how humble he is, right? He doesn't want to exhibit his powers, right? But Jambavanta says, I know that, it is Hanuman who can actually cross the 100 yojanas. So Hanuman was very humble. But the moment Jambavan ordered him, Hanuman, you have to execute this, immediately Hanuman started growing, crossing the clouds, right? He became huge. He took a very huge form because he had to leap through 100 yojanas, right? So he had to be very big. So he grew and he said, okay, I'm going to use this Mahendra. hill, Mahendra Mountain, as my launch pad. You all know now, like I'm sure you all have played that game. You launch your ball or you launch that, the spring and it goes up like that. Something had to be there. Something had to bear the weight of Hanuman. Now, Hanuman is so heavy. So if he just takes a leap on Mother Earth, there are chances that she might crack. So he wanted to take the leap on a mountain, right? So he used Mahendra Mountain as a launch pad so that it could bear his weight. Okay, so now let's, after this, when Hanuman starts jumping and all, that is the next Kanda we'll come to. But let's know a little bit about Hanuman. Such a wonderful personality he is. There's so many things, but I'll just mention few things. So Hanuman's mother's name was Anjana. Actually, she was called Punjika Sthali. Okay, she was an Apsara. Again, she was cursed to take the form of a monkey, but she also could change her form at her own will. Right? So whenever she wanted, she could become completely human. Sometimes she would be monkey, like that. And Hanuman's father was Kesari. Now, Vayudeva actually, is the mental father of Hanuman. Okay, so Hanuman had got all his powers from Vayudeva. Now, when Hanuman was born, okay, the very next day, just one day, baby, what do? We don't even open our eyes. One day, babies don't even open their eyes. But what Hanuman did, his mother had put him in the cradle and she had gone out for some work. When Hanuman woke up, he was very hungry. The moment he woke up, he could see his son, okay, on top of him. And he thought it's a beautiful orange fruit. Okay, I should go and get it. And he started going towards the sun. He wanted to eat. Imagine Hanuman thinking sun as a fruit. He wanted to eat it. So when he was taking the step towards, sun, when he was actually going through the journey to reach sun to gobble it up, Indra became very angry. Okay, what he did, he threw his thunderbolt and it hit Hanuman's right chin. Okay, and he fell down. He fell down unconscious. This angered Vayudeva a lot. He is Vayu's son, right? So what he did, he stopped air. I mean, can we live without air? Not even for a second, right? We can even live without water for some time. Food, though, many days. But air, try to close your nostril. Okay, don't do it. It's okay. Right? We can't, right? And there was no movement of air, no wind, nothing, and people started panicking. Many started dying. So Devatas ran again to Lord Brahma and they asked Brahmadev, do something. So Brahma said, come, we'll all go to Vayu and we'll console him. So they go and each one gives many wonderful boons to Lord Hanuman. Okay, Brahma says, my Brahmastra cannot do anything to you. Like this, all the Devatas just bless and bless and bless Hanuman. Actually, Indra is surprised that even though my thunderbolt hit him, he's still alive. He was unconscious, that's all. Okay, from that day on, he got the name Hanuman. Hanuman means one who has a broken chin. His chin was broken because of Indra's thunderbolt. That's why he was called Hanuman. Okay, he's also called Vayuputra, Pavanaputra, so many names, right? So, glorious Hanuman because all he knows is Lord Ramachandra. I'm the servant of the servant of the servant of the Lord. That is his wonderful devotion towards Lord. So, we're going to watch the video and after that, today we learn one beautiful shloka of Hanumanta. That's your activity. You have to learn that and, without seeing, you'll have to post it. Are you all ready? I'm sure you're all excited. From that time, somebody was asking, when are you going to play the video? Right? So, I'm going to play the videos. We've discussed the whole of Kiskindha Kanda. Okay, so now let's watch the video. Just give me a minute. I'll share the video. Just a second. Yes, you all can enjoy the video.
It's a lake. Lakshman, now what do we do?
There seems to be someone over there. Let's go and ask them about Sugriv.
That's a good idea. Wait. Dressed like ascetics, your bearing and your presence is princely, young sirs. Know that nature is but a magic theatre, and in the Great Mother's magic play, all of us perform our little roles. I never thought I could see a man of knowledge like you in this wilderness. My name is Ram, and this is my brother Lakshman. We are the sons of King Dashrath of Ayodhya. We come in search of my beloved wife Sita, who has been carried away by a demon, I know not where. Indeed, it is a benevolent destiny that leads me to Prince Ram of Ayodhya. My name is Hanuman, young sirs, and I am minister to the king Sugriv. Lakshman, we have been wondering where to find Sugriv, and here is Sugriv's messenger welcoming us. Indeed, kind destiny has guided us here.
Ram, Lakshman, it is indeed an honor to meet the sons of King Dashrath, whose greatness is known in all four corners of the world. Under strange circumstances, I heard your name called out. Ram! Not many days ago, a flying chariot, swift as the wind, raced above our heads, and we heard a lady's cry for help. Ram! She cried. Help me, Ram! From the chariot, a small bundle dropped to the ground. We have kept it very carefully.
Where is it? Where is it? Oh, brother, look. Indeed, they are her scarf and the ornaments in her hair. Oh, Sita, my Sita.
Courage, brother. Ram, you have no time to grieve. You must act without delay.
I have sworn to rescue Sita, wherever she may be.
Too well do I know how it hurts to be without one's consort. My brother, Wali, banished me from my kingdom, then usurped my wife. If only I had the kingdom's army at my disposal, I would send my men to search the whole world to rescue your wife, Sita. Look, let us make this covenant, O Prince of Ayodhya. Let us forge our strength in friendship and swear to relieve the sorrows that have befallen us both.
Yes, let us.
For the sake of a friend, a man should be ready to give up his wealth and comforts, and if need be, life itself. I will live by this dharma and help Ram in every way. I swear it.
I swear it too.
Ram fulfilled the promise given to Sugriva and fought the mighty Vali. Vali was defeated and Sugriva regained his wife and his kingdom. The monsoon clouds gathered like a herd of elephants, and it rained at the Rishyamukha hills for many days. And when the rain ceased and the sun shone again, Rishyamukha stood like an island surrounded by the waters of the flood. And Sugriva called forth his great army of monkeys.
When you find my Sita, give her these ornaments so she may recognize you as my emissaries. These are the jewels of my clan. Please, give them to her.
Hanuman rushes towards Lanka, but is challenged by the sea monster Simhika.
Okay, so hope you enjoyed the video. Just 1 second, let me share my screen. Okay, so that was how Hanuman leaped towards Lanka. Okay, so the sacred spot that we always discuss, today's sacred spot is Kiskindha. Actually, it's called by the name Hampi. I'm sure many of you from Karnataka know, right? So if you ever get a chance, please do go and visit it. Okay, and I was talking to you about the beautiful prayer that I want you to learn. It's a very powerful prayer, and please practice it every day. One is for the activity purpose, but otherwise also please go and recite this prayer in front of Hanuman. So I'm going to teach you that. Please recite with me. Let's do it at least 2 times. Okay. And then we're going to post this prayer. Please learn that without seeing, you'll have to record it and upload it. Okay. Just give me 1 minute. I'll share the prayer. Okay, so here comes the prayer. Let's join hands, close eyes, think of Lord Hanumanta, Anjaneya, so many different names he has, right? And let's recite this prayer. Please repeat after me. Manojavam Maruta Tulyavegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtha Vatatmajam Vanarayuthamukhyam Shriramadootam Sharanam Prapadye. Okay, let's recite again. Manojavam Maruta Tulyavegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtha Vatatmajam Vanarayuthamukhyam Shriramadootam Sharanam Prapadye. Excellent. So your activity for today is, I want you to learn this prayer without seeing. Okay, you should not be like, okay, I'm recording, somebody will hold the chit for me. No. Again, remember, Lord Hanumanta is watching. Okay, whether you're being very honest or not. So please take your time, learn this shloka, record the audio. If you want to record it with video also, very nice. We'll get to see your cute little faces. So you want to record it with video or only audio, we are okay with it. And please upload it. Okay, I think it could be a little challenging to upload in the description or comment section directly. So please do like what we have been doing. Go to the Google Drive, upload your audio or video, copy that link. And if you're having challenge putting it on our YouTube, that's okay. You can directly post it in the WhatsApp group. Link, I'm talking about the link. Okay, wherever you uploaded the shloka, please copy that link and paste it on our WhatsApp. We will have a look at it. Don't forget to give the public access, okay? Otherwise, it will be very difficult. Okay, let me read out the meaning. It's so beautiful because when we know the meaning, we can meditate further. Okay, so the meaning goes like this. I take refuge in Sri Hanuman. What kind of a person is Hanuman? Here are the descriptions. Who is swift as the mind. The mind is so swift. I'm sure in this 2 hours program, your mind would have gone everywhere. Okay, which ice cream should I eat? Tomorrow, where should I go? What should I do? Right? The mind is so swift and fast as the wind. So Hanuman is like that. Swift as the mind, fast as the wind. Hanuman, who is the master of the senses. He has just taken control over his senses. Hunger, thirst, nothing can disturb him. And he's honored for his extreme intelligence. Actually, Hanuman is known as extremely intelligent, most wise person. Okay, there's another shloka which says Buddhir Balam Yashodharyam. We actually seek intelligence from Hanuman. He's extremely learned, he's extremely wise and extremely intelligent. Hanuman, who is the son of the wind god, Vayuputra, Pavanaputra, right? And he's the chief amongst all the monkey clan, okay, Vanaras. He was a part of Devas incarnated in the species of monkeys to serve Rama during his incarnation. We already discussed this. So Lord Brahma would have told all the Devatas to incarnate. Amongst all of them, Hanuman is the chief. And to that messenger of Sri Rama, I take refuge. So I pay my obeisances, I pay my respects to such a wonderful personality, Hanumanta. Okay, so let's all be Hanuman conscious today. And of course, that will please Lord Ramachandra also. Please don't forget to learn the shloka, upload it. Okay, so that will be, it'll be easy for us to pick the winner. All right, so it's time for our Nama Ramayana. I'm going to play. Again, the two wonderful sisters are going to recite. When the younger sister is reciting, let's also recite along with her. Give me a minute. I will share the Nama Ramayana.
Hanuman sevita nija padara sevita nija padara Sugriva sevita nija padara Sugriva sevita nija padara Sugriva Vishnadara Garbita Varita Bharakara Vanara Duta Prishakara Garbita Varita Bharakara Vanara Duta Prishakara Hitakara Lakshmana Samyukara Hitakara Lakshmana Samyukara Rama Rama Jaya Raja Ram Rama Rama Jaya Sita Ram Rama Rama Jaya Raja Ram Rama Rama Jaya Sita Ram Rama Rama Jaya Raja Ram Rama Rama Jaya Sita Ram Rama Rama Jaya Raja Ram Rama Rama Jaya Sita Ram.
Okay, so that was our wonderful Nama Ramayana. Okay, so now I would like to first announce the winners, then I would like to take the quiz. So are you all excited? So I'm going to announce the winner from day one. Okay, day one, Balakanda winner is Gautam Krishna. Congratulations, Gautam. Day two winner is Tanisha A. I think it's Vadakannavar. Please correct me if I'm wrong. So Tanisha is the winner of Ayodhya Kanda. And yesterday's Aranya Kanda's winner is Sarvesh Mahesh. Children or people, no, I don't know if all of you are, of course, Gautam, I know. Tanisha and Sarvesh, if you're there, all three of you, I request you to please post your address, your postal address. Please do not paste it. You know about security, we've been talking about it. Do not post it anywhere in our YouTube, comment section, description, chat, nowhere. You have to send it to our office number personally. Okay, now our office number will be posted in the comment section and description for you. Then Raj Prabhu, I request you to please do that. So please copy that office number and only there you're going to send your address. I'm talking only about these three winners. Okay, Three winners. I'm going to repeat it again. Gautam Krishna, Tanisha and Sarvesh. Congratulations, all three of you. And keep waiting for your surprise gift, which is going to reach you very soon. Okay. All right. So those were our winners. Let's take up some questions. Matajis, do we have any questions today? Let's see. I'll also check. Thank you, Dhanraj Prabhu. He's already posted it in the chat. So all three of you, please save the number and send your postal address. Hey, Malata is asking, what should we do to become the winner? We are going to post our quiz every day, right? So our quiz that we are posting every day, we want you to take it up and you have to get 10 on 10. Okay, that's the criteria. If you get all the questions right and if you do all the activities properly. Okay, and also you should attend all the 7 days. These are the 3 criteria, but day on day, we are also announcing the winners. So, I mean, winning, losing is only a part of it. But yes, if you're excited to take part in it, this is what you're supposed to do. Today's quiz, after the questions, we are going to post it. Then you please take it up. Okay. So what is the meaning of rebel? Rebel is when I want to, counteract. It's like, I'm telling you, come, let's do this bad thing to this person. And you're saying no, right? When you say no, especially, I mean, it could be rebel in good or bad way, but rebel means something that I counteract. I say no to. Okay. Another question is, what is the meaning of miles? Okay. What is the meaning of yojanas? Okay. Okay. So, there are different meanings. So yojana, I can say one yojana is approximately 8 to 10 miles. So 8 to 10 miles, again, it's approximately 13 to 16 kilometers. So you can imagine, 100 into that many. So Hanumanta jumped that far to reach Lanka and to meet Mother Sita. Miles and yojanas are all, like, what would you say, the way of expressing distance. Okay. So, yes. Can we put it in WhatsApp? Yeah, direct audio video, what happens if you put it in WhatsApp? Usually the quality gets compromised. We may not have the same quality as how you've recorded. So it's a request. Please post the Google Drive link in WhatsApp. In case if you're facing challenge, then you can post it. No problem. You can post your audio video. But if you can actually put up your Google Drive, that would be better. Okay, so yeah, so yojanas and kilometers we were talking about, those are units of distance. Yes. Okay, do we have any other questions? Oh, you were not able to hear the Ramayana later. Okay, so I've noticed that whenever I connect my headphones, for some reason, it starts cracking. So I tried removing, probably that worked. Yes, what is the activity for today? Somebody's asking. The activities you have to learn Manojavam Maruta Tulya Vegam. Okay, so you have to learn that particular shloka without seeing. You have to record, as I told you, if you want to record both audio, video, it's okay. Or only audio, if you want to record, it's okay. And you have to send that file to us by, once you post it on the Google Drive, you can share that link with us. And we're going to take a look at it and also see the quiz marks, how much you had got. Okay. So let's wait for some more questions. Okay. Who was the mother of Dasharatha? Oh, so you're interested to know okay. So Dasharatha was actually, he was the son of King Aja. Okay. And I think Indumati was, Indumati of Vidarbha was his mother. So his mother's name was Indumati. Okay, so next question. Okay, Sugriva. What is the age of Sugriva? I have not come across the exact number in Valmiki Ramayana. So it's not mentioned. We just know him as younger brother of Vali. Okay, so nowhere specifically the age of Sugriva or Vali is mentioned. So something that's not mentioned in Valmiki Ramayana, we wouldn't want to give information. It's not authentic. You might find so many different answers, but in Valmiki Ramayana, it's mentioned. Okay. Right. What are the questions do we have? Do we have any more questions? Let's see. Oh, where will I share the link? Link of quiz, if you're asking. It's going to be put up in our description and comment section. Immediately after the question and answers, we're going to post it. Okay. Yeah, if you're there in our WhatsApp group, there also we'll be posting it. So you can take up the quiz there also. Oh yeah, authorized Valmiki Ramayana. I said, yeah, I'm sorry. I couldn't work on it. I will check and I'll let you. Definitely. By tomorrow, I'll let you. I'll tell you where you can actually get it. Thanks, Semalata, for reminding me. I will look into it. Okay. Any other questions, children? Do we have anything else? Okay. I think there was one task while you're still posting. I'll just quickly read out the meaning of the Ramayana that we read. Just give me 1 minute. I'll quickly read that out for you. Because it's always good. See, even whichever shlokas you're learning on your own also, it's nice if you can know the meaning of it, because it'll help us to connect better. We'll be able to understand it better. Okay, just 1 minute. In the meantime, if you have any more questions, you can keep posting the questions. Okay, so here's the meaning of our Ramayana. I'll just read that out for you. Okay. So Kiskindha Kanda. Hanumat Sevita Nijapada Rama. I take refuge. Give me a minute. I'll just increase the font so you can also. So Hanumat Sevita Nijapada Rama. I take refuge in Sri Rama, whose feet was served by Hanuman. Nata Sugriva Hishtadha Rama. I take refuge in Sri Rama, who granted the wish of Sugriva, who bowed down to him in surrender. Garvitavali Samharaka Rama. I take refuge in Sri Rama, who destroyed the proud Vali, the king of monkeys. Vanaraduta Preshaka Rama. I take refuge in Sri Rama, who sent a monkey as messenger to Ravana. Rama Rama Jaya Raja Ram, Rama Rama Jaya Sita Ram. Hitakara Lakshmana Samyuta Rama. I take refuge in Sri Rama, who is always united with Lakshmana, who served him earnestly. Okay, so these are a few lines of Kiskindha Kanda, what we heard actually in our Ramayana. As I told you, if you have understood the meaning, at least if you read, not that you have to remember, but you'll be able to connect to it better. Okay, so there's one last question. I think, do you have a batch for small kids separately? Are you asking for Ramayana? This particular camp is for children between 6 and 20. We consider even 20 as kids, but adults are also welcome. So I think we have both children and big people, especially for children, no. But you can see the way it is being explained, and PPTs, everything is actually designed for children. But we do have many other classes. We'll be discussing this on day 7. If you're like interested in the values you're learning and all that, we're going to have a good discussion about it on day 7. When is the third batch? Okay. So as of now, we're running only 2 batches, 11 to 1 in the morning and 5:30 to 7:30. There are only 2 batches. Okay. Any other questions, dear? Dearies? Do we have any other questions? So hope you enjoyed today's Kiskindha Kanda, and more interesting journey of Hanuman now is awaiting, right? So tomorrow we'll be looking at, I don't see any more questions. Okay. So I'll be taking you through, we will be actually, going on a voyage with Hanuman into Lanka. Okay, so wait for it. In the meantime, don't forget to take up the quiz. Dhanraj Prabhu, I think you can post the quiz now, the quiz link. Okay, and children, please take it immediately after the class, or at least before 3 o'clock tomorrow. That would be ideal. We'll be able to, it becomes easier for us to pick up the winner. And don't forget to do the activity. Again, I'll repeat, the activity is Manojavam Marutatulya Vegam. You have to learn that shloka without seeing, you have to recite, record it, and send it to us. Okay. Thank you so much. Quiz is on its way. Dhanraj Prabhu, please post the link. Okay, many are waiting for the quiz. There you go. Thank you, Prabhu. So, thank you, children. And have a wonderful Rama conscious, Hanuman conscious night. And we'll all meet again tomorrow. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.